The Jeffrey Bauer Awards for Excellence in Architecture presented by the Jeffrey Bauer Trust was held in Colombo with a gala ceremony yesterday.
The aim of the Jeffrey Bauer Awards is to both foster the production of good architecture in Sri Lanka and to encourage its wider appreciation in the community. A large gathering of distinguished guests were present at the 2010-2011 awards held last evening.
The award recognizes and celebrates architecture that shows a passion and a dedication to the creating of exciting and useful environments in architecture, which was the hallmark of the late Jeffrey Bauer. At the end of decades of stagnation due to conflict, we have entered a new era of hope and energetic activities in the field of architecture. We look forward to innovative and creative works by our talented architects, which we hope will change the environment that we are living in today. We also hope that the attention brought by the award to architecture will inspire these developments.
Booker Prize winner and acclaimed author of The English Patient, Michael Ondaatje, was the guest speaker at the event.
As a writer, I must say enviously that of all the arts, architecture probably has the most far-reaching and subliminal effect on us and our imaginations. In fact, I'm always fascinated by how the arts merge and alter each other. As a writer, I'm influenced by music, choreography, painting, collage. And when you study these other arts, you discover what writing cannot do, and you learn to try to somehow include those qualities. How a gardener might edit a landscape by color and texture. How a film is edited almost microscopically at 24 frames a second. How a sign painter uses a range of brushes of different thickness, and that range of brushes can become, in literature, a range of voices.
Ina De Silva Aluwihara and Barbara Sansone Leocock were presented with Lifetime Achievement Awards for their contribution to architecture. 8 finalists were shortlisted for this year's awards, out of which architect Thisara Thanapathy was awarded the coveted Jeffrey Bauer Award for designing the Sarath Aberatna House in Colombo 5.
A group of area residents staged a protest opposite the Diagama police post in Noor earlier this evening. Police media spokesperson SP Prashant Jakadi stated that a tense situation arose in the area after the residents began pelting stones at the police. SP Prashant Jakadi noted that a police officer who suffered injuries during the attack was admitted to the Agarapatana hospital. Several police jeeps have also been damaged. According to the police media spokesperson, an individual who drove a three-wheeler under the influence of alcohol had collided with a police motorbike and fled without heeding orders to stop. The three-wheel driver had been arrested and subsequently admitted to hospital. The police spokesperson noted that the protest was staged against the arrest. He added that a police officer who sustained injuries during the incident that took place in the morning has been admitted to hospital. Acting Minister of External Affairs Niyumal Perera says that the government of Sri Lanka condoles with the government of Norway and the people of Norway in the wake of the deadly bomb blast in the capital Oslo and massacre at a youth camp. Issuing a release, the acting minister assured that Sri Lanka stands with the people of Norway and offers his deepest sympathies.
Issuing a release condemning the acts of terrorism in Norway, the acting minister said that Sri Lanka remains ready to support the Norwegian government by urging all nations to help Norway at this time of need. The release further reads that there is no other country which would better understand the pain and the suffering of the Norway people at this devastating time than Sri Lanka, as Sri Lanka too had suffered the same pain and sorrow at the hands of brutal terrorism. In the release, the acting minister reminds the entire international community that they have a moral responsibility and an undeniable stake to unitedly work towards combating terrorism.
Time to take a look at what's happening in the world of sports, and Gayatri is here with the latest. Gayatri, over to you. Thanks, Arundhati. Well, we start off with some cricket news. Leicestershire defeated the Western Sri Lanka A team by 223 runs in their first four-day match played at Grace Road in Leicester.
Sri Lanka were all out for a first innings score of 176 in reply to Leicestershire's first innings score of 341 and never really recovered. Leicestershire posted 297 runs for the loss of 8 wickets before declaring their second innings, posting Sri Lanka a victory target of 463. Batting in their second innings, Sri Lanka crumbled for 239 runs in 72.2 overs, handing Leicestershire a 223-run victory. Lahiru Tirimana was the top scorer for Sri Lanka with 70 runs, which included 1 6 and 8 fours, and Bhanuka Rajapaksha chipped in with 41 runs. Jigar Nayak bagged 4 wickets for 61 runs for Leicestershire.
Well, the Colombo rowing team emerged victorious in the men's category in the Colombo Madras Annual Rowing Championship. The women's category was won by the Madras rowing team.
The 74th Colombo Madras Rowing Championships was held yesterday at the Colombo Rowing Club. In the men's single rowing event, Sanjeeva De Silva of the Colombo Rowing team emerged victorious. Meanwhile, Fazila Hussain of the Madras Rowing team won the women's category in that event. Sanjeeva De Silva and Shehan Mutugala of the Colombo Rowing team went on to win the men's double event as well, while the Madras women's rowing team won the women's double event.
Well, day 4 of the historic 2000 Test match between England and India is currently underway at Lord's. England is currently batting in their second innings after bowling out India for 286 in their first innings yesterday.
Resuming on an overnight score of 5 for no loss, opener Alistair Cook fell victim to Praveen Kumar after scoring just 1 run. Andrew Strauss and Jonathan Trott then guided England past the score of 50 before Strauss was dismissed by Harbhajan Singh for 22. England's first innings double centurion Kevin Peterson was sent to the pavilion by Ishant Sharma for just 1 run, and he followed it up by claiming the wicket of Ian Bell in the same fashion without allowing Bell to get off the mark.
Beautifully bowled, 2 wickets in the over.
Ishant Sharma then claimed his third wicket of the innings by bowling Jonathan Trott for 22 runs.
Knocked them over. Jonathan Trott.
Ishant Sharma went on to claim the wicket of Owen Morgan as well for 19 runs.
Is that taken? Yes. Brilliant catch.
Well, a short while ago, England declared their second innings on 269 runs for the loss of 6 wickets, setting India a target of 458 runs for victory. Well, it's now time for the bitter truth. Chairman of the Sri Lanka Hockey Federation, Sumit Edrisinghe, stated that on the 13th of June this year, that the sports authorities were planning to construct 4 hockey stadiums in line with the 2018 Commonwealth Games. However, members of the under-21 team, which qualified for the 2012 Asian Hockey Championship, point out they do not have the required facilities for training.
We have to play on an AstroTurf in order to compete in international matches. We only have the Matale AstroTurf. Therefore, we have to travel to Matale to practice. We
tour amidst various difficulties. I spoke with the manager and coaches of the international teams. Our children don't have 5% of the facilities provided to international teams.
The Nandimitra Ekanayake International Hockey Stadium, which was declared open in Matale in 2000, is the only international hockey stadium in the country. The lifespan of the AstroTurf at the stadium, which is managed by the Matale Municipal Council, is only 5 years.
Holes have started to appear on the AstroTurf. The concrete underneath is cracking. As a result, the direction of the ball changes when it hits these places. The ball shoots up, and this could lead to injuries as well.
Chairman of the Hockey Federation, Sumit Edrisinghe, emphasized that this situation was brought to the notice of the Minister of Sports, both verbally and in written, 2 years ago.
This AstroTurf has to be relayed every 5 years. However, it has been delayed by 11 years. We see this as an initiative that the Ministry of Sports has to take.
It is necessary to develop the infrastructure facilities of sports if success is to be achieved in the international arena. When will the relevant authority who are dreaming about the 2018 Commonwealth Games direct their situation to this matter? It is indeed a sad situation that the government is ready to spend billions for foreign athletes to come and win medals at Hambantota in 2018, but is not prepared to spend a minuscule amount on providing infrastructure for a home team that may well prove to be a medal prospect at these very games.
Well, moving on to some soccer news, a former FIFA presidential candidate Mohammed bin Hammam has been banned from football for life after being found guilty of attempted bribery.
The governing body's ethics committee made the decision yesterday after a two-day hearing. Bin Hammam was accused of attempting to buy votes ahead of last month's FIFA presidential election. The 62-year-old Qatari withdrew from the election, leaving Sepp Blatter to be re-elected unopposed. The decision makes Bin Hammam the most senior figure to be banned by FIFA in its 107-year history. FIFA Ethics Committee Deputy Chairman Petrus Damasab said yesterday that the former head of the Asian Football Confederation is now unable to be involved in any kind of football-related activity at national and international level for life. In a statement, Bin Hammam's legal counsel said he will continue to fight the case through every legal route available to him.
Well, that concludes tonight's edition of Weekend Primetime News. But of course, you can log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk for the very latest on the web. I'm Arundhati Mudannayaka. Thank you very much for joining us. Good night.